Welcome. This is just a quick demonstration of a Windows Server 2012 R2 that I have Exchange 2013 set up on. And basically I've been doing a bit of testing with it and I've managed to install over 2 million users onto it. So with the 2 million users, obviously things have slowed down, and as you know with Exchange, the server always boots slowly once Exchange is installed and the store is activated. So just going to have a quick look to see how things operate and how many users, the total amount of users that actually did manage to be put onto it. So to see that, first I'll go into the Active Directory users and groups, and as you can see I have various I can't remember what you call them now, that was set up, organizational units. So the ones that I put in are accounts, admin, delivery, design, training, and warehouse. And so to see the total number of users that we have, what I'm going to do is just get the calculator, and then we're just basically going to add it up. So first of all, if you go into accounts, you have to wait a bit for it to churn its way through. And as you can see, it takes a while, and this is even though I've restricted the view to 4,000 users, it still takes a while to get those 4,000 out of the 296,000. So that's our first one, 296,220. So our next group, I have to say that the main conclusion I've come from all of this waiting around is that if you want to have, okay, so next is 511. Yeah, basically all the time that I've been waiting around, if you want to put 2 million users onto a mail server, then you really don't want to use Exchange because of how slow it becomes. And I presume it's because, as usual with Microsoft, when they design things, they always design it according to their limited testing, and the programmers probably thought, no one would ever try and add over 1 million users to Exchange, so we don't have to bother to program things so that it performs with that many users. So of course, if you then suddenly end up in a situation where you're running a country and someone says, we need to have an Exchange server put in, we'll spend X amount of millions on it, and we need to add 2 million users, you have to unfortunately tell them, well, we're sorry, Microsoft Exchange just hasn't been coded to handle that many users, I'm so sorry. Yes, you can buy a cluster where you pay X amount of grands for each individual server, so you might need 1,000 servers just to get the performance. 1,000 servers. And then you have to pay X amount of thousands for each server, whereas all you want is one server that can take the 2 million. But of course, no. If you do that, you're in some serious trouble. So there you have it. So the total number of users Total number of users that I managed to install onto this Exchange server is 2,545,128. And here's the biggest problem, is that each view, I've had to limit it to 4,000 just so it would load within a reasonable of time, so I wouldn't have to sit here for hours waiting for all of the view to fill up with the users. And so you imagine you paid all that money, you put the 2 million users on there. Now it takes you half an hour to click on each organizational unit to get your list of users, and you're not going to be too impressed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a try to see what happens when you install this many users on another mail system, to see if it is slow or has many problems with the slowdown of the interface like Microsoft Exchange does. So, and also, just to be sure, this machine is the reason it's like that is nothing to do with the memory, because basically it has 32 gigs I've given to it, and 4 processors. So it's got 4 virtual processors, so it's got plenty of help with regards the amount what it needs in order to perform. But it just seems basically Microsoft just does not expect anyone to add this many users into Exchange, so of course they simply haven't coded it to actually handle that. And what I'll do is I'll include the script I use to add all the users into here, and also the 4 CSV files. I'll split it up into 4, because that's the other problem, is that to load the CSV files in, it actually takes quite a few hours just even for a few 100,000 to go in. So you're stuck with 2 problems now, is that you have your 2 million users you need to load up, and now it takes you like 2 days to load all the users, and then a few hours to click through the user interface to actually view the users. So it's a bit unfortunate, but that's how things are, I suppose. But I'm sure Microsoft will still keep their dominant position, producing the software that doesn't seem to be able to handle that many users. Okay, see you.